Hello everyone, it's Biz here. I'm going to show you guys a little secret. I don't think anyone's ever found this. Because this secret is really obscure. It's a secret in Menagerie, remastered. Basically, it can only be done when playing the game in Debug, which you can do because the game is open source. It's in Helldat, so you have to have cleared like the tier 6 weapon tier. Like you have to have gone, and I think there's actually you might only have to get up to tier 5. I can't recall. You just basically have to access it. I'm not sure. I can check the game files in a minute. Anyway, there's a city up here called the Seething City. This is the Helldathian city. Seradath's like in this keep. If you guys played Hellcat, you might recognize it from that as well. But yeah, it's exactly the same. Just here there's space pirates. Space pirate monkeys to be exact. So, what we're gonna do is go into, no, not that. We're gonna press, so this is why you can only do this when debug, or when in, debug or playtest. You have to go into debug, and then there's a switch. After enough looking, thankfully there's not many variables in this game. Here we go. Yeah, the switch 666 font filter. You turn that on, and so far there's a couple things that actually activates, but the first is this portal. Currently the transfer doesn't even work for it properly. And then you find this little weirdo bridge with a tile over there. And Esperia's at the end of it, so you talk to her. Welcome, outsiders. I suppose you wonder why the deranged woman like myself dwells in such a calm and relaxing limbo. Do you care, or don't you give a damn? We care. Curiosity is my biggest weakness. I want to hear more. Now keep in mind, currently, if you enter this area, you cannot go back. So do not save in here, if you only have one save file. Very well. I grew up in England, a land known of beaches, anything like this one. It was a fantasy of mine to be on the beach of Worth, but it would never happen. Why? 400 years in your future, you will understand. But suffice to say, my other ambitions took over. In life, I was incredibly different to now. I killed a lot of people, and I never got caught. Being in those, okay, yeah. So basically, yeah, it's very, that was so funny. Basically, it's very goes into it. Oh, yeah, and she catches on to you immediately, because there's no way you'd be accessing this area otherwise. Yep. So, yeah, that's... So, yeah, I've got a couple things like this. None are quite as in-depth as this. But you actually get to play as Esperia in this little segment. So, if any of you have gotten far enough in PFC, it doesn't happen until very late. That girl there, which is actually got a max sprite in this one, is Esperia's... Well, no, it's not Esperia's childhood friend. But it does look very similar. And, in previous iterations of the game, Esperia used to have that as her, like, human form sprite. Now, the reason is there's a huge backstory to it. I'm not going to go into it. But yeah, basically, she has to kill that girl. And the reason she, like, has trouble doing it in the first place is because she does remind her of that girl who helped her out so much when she was alive. And that girl, it turns out, is fucking, the ghost, a guardian angel, who's in disguise, and it's actually her mother, Sarah Frostwisp. Oh, sorry, Sarah Frost. Frostwisp didn't actually come into her name until after she died. So she's, she only has 666 health, but she dodges every single attack these simpletons throw. And she has a lot of crazy powerful attacks. She also moves 2 turns, she also has 2 moves in a single turn. And just about every one of her animations has a unique sound effect when she hits with it. Like, she's got all her crazy laughs. Alright, and she's got, like, even if she, well, see, she's just like, nope. Yeah, she can do that. And, yeah, she's got a bunch of crazy, stupid attacks. Alright, and she has a TP mechanic, and it's at 100 now. And yeah, basically her abilities grant lost, and when she gets 50 lost, she can do extract. So we can actually do it twice. Stands. So she can actually kill Zardari in a single hit, factually. This is the reason why in no game I've released yet, you can actually play as Esperia. Because she's broken, like she doesn't have much health, but she's so fucking powerful. And yeah, basically once you kill 18 of these guys, 3 battles all up. That's one hit kill on all of them. She does use that ability against your party, and it's nasty. I've died to that thing so many times, it's not fun. It does less damage to our party, but that's because our party are like level 12. These lemmings will all be like level 1. Because they're just batters. And she does have a super long duration stun, but it's very used against these guys. Oh, that's right, it's not a stun, it actually turns them against each other. But, yeah. Yeah, that should be the last one. And they're like, oh, screw this lady, she's already killed 18 of us. Let's get out of here. And she's like, no. And this shows her, like, sort of power. I do like this one. Oh, I did the pig have its wits kick in too late. And so basically, she starts, like, basically just completely wrecking their shit. And it is, better to drain you an inch of their life first. Me, mine, you. And then you get this shit. Webbings and all. Fine, fella, this is what you turned on, wasn't it? Foolish. Do you not realise what lies beyond the 4? But since you're here, why don't we show you some fun? Then the game just errors. The end. So that's one of the interesting little things. Alright. I didn't save my game, did I? Fuck. Whatever. So, I'm gonna head to another one. There is another secret that I can remember doing. With that food symbol. Let me just... Alright, there we go. As far as I recall, there is another secret with that, when you have that filter on. It's in Techlek in the, taverns, like, undercroft area. Techlek, here we go. Like, these aren't the only secrets. This game has a lot of interesting secrets and shit, but some of these are really interesting. So I've done all the optional shit you can so far on this disc. So yeah, basically, if you're going to currently, they're just in here watching the exit being like, the deceased lay restful. This means my work for now is done. Thank you, friends, because this is a shitty stereotype. But then, oops, right. If you turn on F9, hit on the fun filter. I think it's the fun filter. I can't see why I would have, like, it was just a cutscene I hadn't really planned out. So I'm like, screw it, I'll use it. Oh, sorry, just used fun filter for it. Yeah, there we go, then run on top of her. So I get rid of Zinnia, because that would be weird. And Fyori's here. And yeah, talk to her spooky. And a lot of my fans, by which I mean one of them and only one, loved shipping Spooky and Fyori. And I never really got to show him this. So yeah, and she's like, "What, Spooky, you're not... There you are. Why don't you just go fuck off to like one of the most difficult places to find in the game?" So it just breaks the fourth wall without giving a shit. Also, why are you acting like you're ashamed of something? You've been acting weird ever since we battled Esperia, actually. Did she roofie you or some shit? God, how fucking shitty Spooky was. Wait, how do we get to that line of thought? I'm just gonna keep assuming you can come up with it, because whatever you did, there's plenty more you'd be ashamed of. You're the worst. This is what being carrying enough about you to track down your scooter bus and try to help you out gets me, huh? No, not like that. I just mean... Jesus Christ, are you actually crying about this? No, idiot. I'm just nervous and it's making me... Shut up. Christ, that was a last resort. Guess I should thank you. You did teach me that one, after all. The Dester eyes? Is that what I look like when I do that? Sure, if you want to confide in our appearance as being even remarkably similar, but trust me, it's scary shit. I feel lost for you. So I'll ask again, trying to get so fucking hysterical this time. What's happened? After we were done, Esperia pulled me away for a brief chat. She admitted that she'd be interested in where a relationship between us would go, but left it at that. I don't know why exactly. Alone and powerless to stop her advances. I started to tighten up a bit, and then I was returned to the group, and suddenly I felt vulnerable and ran off screaming like an imbecile. I remember. Unfortunately, that was the only part I was unlucky enough to be present for. Rude brat. Ow! If I weren't so fucking dependent on your stupid antics being fun 90% of the time, I'd have killed you by now. That isn't the reason you like me, is it? You aren't typically a masochist. Why, God, why are we getting into this now? What, we're in a secluded basement with no onlookers and could easily talk about things. That's also probably why I moved Zinri out of the equation. And I want to clear this all up. Your curiosity is the biggest pain. I don't even have to pretend to stab you in the backside. I forgot how much of a cunt Spooky was. You have any clue or indication as to why these weird demon girls like me so much? Negative. It'd be speculation at best, but that is something I'm okay with you being curious about, mostly because I am too. Like, yeah, sure, you're cute, but so is virtually every other clown now. There must be a reason they are into you. What makes me curious is they show an almost never seen respect for your feelings and boundaries. Wait! Blue, the demigods of magic. If she's your mother... So that's why. I don't yet know why they so easily fall for you, but I do know why they have done what soul catchers of that caliber do typically. Your mother is a demigoddess, one of the 6 of the Origination Council. They will probably fear her power to some extent. And going by my own mother, Blue's temperament is a ferocious one. I'd say she has those same terrifying eyes you do. Well, I'm glad we found a plausible theory. Does that mean Blue is stronger than Esperia? Interesting. Looking through the database, it seems that the Dark Star of Esperia is several times more powerful than your mother. She could have absolutely slaughtered us had she wanted. How powerful is she? Do a check on her in the dark. I don't even know what we're dealing with. Okay, she's no laughing matter. While her HP is minuscule comparatively, her raw power is over triple his. It's a shame she's not an ally. She could, no joking, kill him with one strike. Yeah, that's what that's about. I hope she never turns on the universe. I wouldn't worry, she has no disposition with people as a sum. You said Dark Seraph, what is that? The powerful demoness, the highly elite ascension of a soul catcher. They have dangerous with magic and physical attacks as they are on the realm of sensual desires. My race being exempt. I notice that Chum's been mocking you. What gives? Don't give me that look. It's no superpower sense of self-preservation or some incredible will. My race is mass-produced for conquest and prospects. Didn't you figure that out yet? We have no sexual drives at all. A soul catcher can't allure us because there's simply nothing to allure. Was thankful, actually, that she just made you guys attack each other. Could have gone more scandalously if she'd wanted. Wait, you don't have a sex drive? So have you just been saying I'm cute this whole time to make me feel good about... Idiot. Remaining attraction and the aforementioned breeding processes are very different. They have overlap in mammals built from flesh and living tissues, but they can work entirely separately. Galaxian environment isn't the approach sexual kind of based on breeding, like if you or Fanny or that golden thing I keep forgetting the name of. He hates Gerald so much. For me, I just have to pretend it's normal. But the only in-party romance has been between you and me. Yeah, but if you thought we were gonna start kissing Pucky your fucking butthole. What, you rude bastard! Good to see you being as transparent as possible. As I was saying, I confess you are cute and affably charming even with your von apples and knife eyes. Deep down there's a part of me that finds your personality, especially your spastic mannerisms, very endearing. But it's love on an ideological level. That sort that bonds brother and sister or two really good friends. Are you staring at my breasts? Are you fucking serious, Fyori? I just got done saying we don't have that sort of perversion. Hell, no Galaxians have breasts. Didn't you notice? I just thought she was flat. Breasts are for nurturing young with milk. I was born in a factory, Fyori. There's literally no reason for breasts to exist in our culture. We're all flat, as you put it. So weird. So predictable. Now you're just embarrassing me. You said yourself we're in a desolate basement with no one around. The only person you're embarrassing is yourself. That does explain some things about you, though. Like what? Your apathy, for one, but it also explains why Esperia and Esperia targeted me. Actually, yeah, you're onto something. So it catches with you the sense of the barrage of passion you had over me, the two lovable bastards we have along. Fatty may be capable of love, but his passion is in being there and kind. Gerald's too young and naive to know what half of those words even mean. That leaves you as the obvious go-to target for a soul catcher. Soul catchers, Eldathians in general, so the soul-serving sort, and you can't really deny that you're weirdly perverted. I'm not! Regardless, your passion and desire for love is much more significant than your nose in a party, ergo your prime designate soul catcher bait. You're probably right. You should consider Esperia's offer, though. What? A relationship between us, even if it works, ain't gonna last. You need to face that. Esperia, on the other hand, is eternal, like you. She'd also be able to fill the half of the bill I'd never be able to, and wouldn't want to. Due to her fear of blue, she'd also be very unlikely to harm you. If you two can get along, you'd actually be perfect for each other. She's so mean, though. Yeah, but you dig that and you know it. Oh, now who's the masters? Is it me, is it you, or is it a ghost? One word and I'll make sure even your mother can't cheer you up. Yeah, you and her would get on great, I think. Hell, if things go as we hope, even if I miraculously don't die in some manner, you're gonna have a lot of time by yourself. I'll stash it for later, but okay, I'll consider it. Remember, Fyori, anything is possible as long as you allow the possibility to be. Or some stupid horseshit like that. You could have left the last bit out and I may have remembered you as wise. You set your expectations of me and people in general way too darn high. Sorry, gosh, it's probably the elf in me talking. That excuse is already dead. Oh my god. It's gonna be even more dead when you talk to your buddies in the quasi-future or whatever. Are you making these words up? No, quasi is the quality of being royalty in some way, which all of you can essentially are. The word comes from queen, which also you are. Sounds pretty boring. Yeah, the upside to dying is I don't have to try the rest of... Oh, okay. Yeah, the upside to dying is that I don't have to try the rest of my life to live up to what goes down here. You get to suffer by being stuck in a mortal shell for, well, basically ever. I mean, unless you go and get killed like an idiot, which honestly, I don't know why I'm putting that past you at all. You already got one sword through the chest. You were just lucky so I didn't actually aim for an area beyond chest cavity. Hey, if you do die, we'll see if you come back with your sheer spirit along with Gerald or I did. Then you can absolutely talk all the shit you like. Maybe you should be good enough not to get killed in the first place. Maybe you should use your mental capacities and not go rushing into the enemy's sword. Maybe when you saw the corpse, you should have figured, hey, I've never fought much more than pieces of goo before. You die because you're a reckless, foolhardy idiot. I won't die until there's no other option, or I'd see it as just the way to end my life. Don't even try to stop me. I'll talk shit about how impale happy you and Joe are who I fucking like. Ugh! But wasn't me coming back at least the thing that counted for something? It means precisely you're powerful enough to live through a stab in the chest, but not powerful enough to prevent it in the first place. That's literally it. I can't say for sure, but were I dumb enough to end up in the same predicament, maybe you'd be so courteous to remember the reason we're all here. This menagerie is essentially all I've worked towards making a reality the past 5 years or so of my life. So yeah, I think my heart being in a factor probably were those as your commitments. Probably that does, but whatever. Don't get me started on how virtually every hold-up and screw-up has been on you or someone else's sentimental recklessness. I suppose I can't win here. No, you just won now because you finally got that you're out of your fucking league. Well, sure, you're prone to recklessness, but it does definitely mean your stance on our adventure is a very missionary one. For me, Gerald and Fatty, it's been a very emotional adventure, I suppose. A lot of this is new to us, too. It's been quite exciting, if also rather damning. Yeah, you enjoy that while it lasts. Anyway, let's get out of this weird cellar. I'm kind of put off by all these tacky barrels. Not the mob, skeletons to the bunkers to our other side. What's a skeleton? Thinking with your fleshy organ again. I don't have a skeleton, or if I do, it looks nothing like those. The concept of death is also one we grow a callous apathy towards early in our lives. We're trained and built for conquest, remember? It's not a big deal to us. So weird. Again, so obnoxiously predictable. God. Best conversation, 10 out of 10. Okay, so it just repeats that.